With little or no editing, it's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? Today we're going over HodorsHonor's defense, and he's got some big numbers in here, some big teams. And today's video, tomorrow's video, and Saturday's video should all be incorporating some variations of the Eternal Chavez defense. So if you are interested in those, stay tuned for those upcoming videos. They're pretty good. They're really good, actually. They're really good. Also, in chat today, we're going to be going over the exploit and talking about the prisoner's dilemma and that kind of situation. And it's a really interesting conversation. So check out the stream recycle if you want to hear about that. The event is ending, but I do believe that the exploit is still going to be affecting us. So stay tuned for that conversation. Here at Defense Up, however, we grade on 5 different criteria. It's who you're using, their placement, their power levels, their ISOs, and what kind of mood I'm in. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm excited. I'm having a great day. All right, we got Web Warriors. This is a great build right here. You got everybody at a pretty equal power level, and that's good. That's fine. As you get the stars on these characters, I think it'll go up better. We could probably bring Spider-Punk up to GT 14, Gear 14, excuse me. I like to stop at 14. I like to skip over 13. And this team is worth the investment. They're going to have a lot of longevity. You could bring him up if you want. I'm not docking you for it. Everything's on the right path here. The best thing you could do is maybe a placement change by putting Scarlet Spider and Ghost Spider on the wing position, so that when those hot targets get taken out first, and those are probably who people are going to target first, then you'll have gap placement between the first, third, and fifth positions. So you could change that. It's kind of minuscule, but this is an RNG team and every little bit helps. So I'm going to go A- on this. If you plan on changing the power levels at all, you should definitely bring up the power on Ghost Spider and Scarlet Spider. Those are your hot picks right there. Otherwise, it's a really good team. I like where you're going with this. Team number 2 is a YA partial build. We do not have Echo. We do not have America Chavez. So, gee, I wonder where they're going to appear. Anyway, I think this is pretty good. What you're basically doing is like a hero brawler, young Avenger kind of team. Ghost Rider's got good speed and damage with his new uptick. You'll probably be swapping him out into that Dark Hunter team in the future, and that's cool. And then, of course, X-23 is an excellent character for defense because she has auto target, she has ability block, lots of good things going on there. So you're doing a great job with this team by taking its pieces and creating something different and new. These are great ideas for people. If maybe you got suckered into the idea of a tech character and you bought Kate Bishop, I'm sorry. In my opinion, she's not good enough for tech. She's just another tech character. But let's say you got her, but you didn't get Echo, or you somehow skipped America Chavez or something. You don't have the full team. This is a thing you can do. And this is great. This is what we should be doing with war defense characters. You just use the pieces until they become farmable, and then you can try out building the whole team. But don't rush into war defense teams or characters. Let's see. Everybody's a striker, but a skirmisher on Ms. Marvel. Fantastic. I'm going to give you an A+ for this team. A+ for this team. Because you're using the pieces to make something new. Everything works great. You have cutting edge ISOs. You went for Striker on Squirrel Girl because her healing ability is so nuts, pun intended, that she doesn't really need the healer ISO. I'm seeing a lot of people go with the skirmisher on this team, and I think it's great. So I'm gonna give you A+ for this. I hate the Young Avenger defense team, and I like that you're doing something different and utilizing the pieces to make more defenses that are more powerful. Or at least as powerful, I think. Okay, we got a Hydra Zemo team here. Okay, I'd like to see you put Red Skull somewhere more in the middle since he's getting 100% damage reduction. You could be having him kind of cover some gap placement. This allows you to target the 3 minions and try and chew through them, or go after Zemo and 2 minions. Other than that, I think everything here is great. I love the ISOs that you use, putting Fortifier on the minions. I like that you got your tank off to the side. I like who you're using. This is just a great team. Grenadier has that synergy with Zemo. It's super. It's super. So I'm just going to go A-. I just think Red Skull should be somewhere in the middle, taking up one of those positions in case you have the chain or the splash damage or something. He's getting hit and not taking any damage. Team number 4 is a Brotherhood Brotherhood Marauder mashup. This is kind of like, I enjoy this. I think this is one of the best things to do with your Marauder team is just bring them in with the Brotherhood. Brotherhood doesn't really have much value anymore. Yeah, they can go after like symbiotes. There's a few things they can do. The Doom Brotherhood team isn't very good unless you throw Deathpool in it, and I don't really like taking Deathpool off of New Warriors, so this is a really good build. I think it's what people should be doing. You could consider getting rid of Mystique and putting Juggernaut in here. I think that's a little bit better because you get the blinds out early, but it's not totally necessary. I mean, Blob's taking that taunt early, and I think it's okay. Now, Blob has 3 Brotherhood associates there. So he's going to be counterattacking like 4 out of 5 times, and so I think it's very good that you have Skirmisher on there. I don't really like him as a striker on this team unless Pyro is in it, and then even then I like it better on offense for that because you can pilot him into the vulnerables and the disrupts to get the turn meter rewind. So this is a good build. I like the ISOs on everybody. I like your placement. I like where those deflects are going. Yeah, I think you could take Toad up to ISO level 5 to get the focus boost, and I think he'd be definitely clearing more positive effects. Not totally necessary, like I said, the Brotherhood team is kind of old, and that's pretty expensive to get that one last tick on there, but I am a big fan of that 50% focus boost. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you an A for this team. There's things you could do to improve it, but I've been already kind of grading you pretty harshly, and I think this team isn't really worth adjusting. I like what you've got going on here so far. So a very mild, solid A kind of there. Mild solid. Did I just say that? Whatever. Okay, Wave 1 Avengers with Maria Hill. I see her popping up on this team a lot lately, and I haven't really gotten to go into it, so maybe I'm missing something here. I wonder why everybody keeps doing this. I know that she's healing people that block, and Captain America blocks a lot, so there is good synergy there. She's doing a hell of a lot more than Hawkeye, I'll tell you that much. A heck of a lot more than Hawkeye. It's just, I think that she pairs so well with Sam. It's hard for me to break up that duo there. But as for, like, if you take this team by itself, let's just assume that, like, you just don't have Captain Sam unlocked. And I know that's not the case, but let's just assume that. This is a powerful defense, and she revitalizes this defense and does a lot for it, so it's really good. I love the ISOs you've got everywhere else. I prefer Black Widow as a skirmisher because she gets callouts on the other team, the skill military team, but she works really well as a striker, doing her counter assist stuff. So I'm not docking you for that one. Everybody's war ready with the right ISOs and great placement. I like what you're doing here. So yeah, I'm gonna give you an A for this. I think it's really good. Team number 6 is the Mercs. Mercs are one of my favorite defenses, even though they're crap now. I still just really enjoy them. I think they're a fun build. Great placement, great ISOs. Everything's perfect here. You did a good job. This is an A for this team. Good job. All right, now we have a Doom hybrid team with Auk and Red Guardian. You got Ghost in there to do ghosty things. You have Emma in there healing the team and cleansing those ability blocks. This is a tough team, and 1,000,000 power level. You're gonna be bringing in some real power to take care of this. I think this is a great build. A lot of plug and play action in here. It calls for either people who really know what they're doing, or somebody just coming in with a big team, you know, just throwing Eternals at it or something like that, you know, because that opening taunt with Red Guardian, the cleanse with Emma, you're basically gonna have to come into this with like a Zemo Hela combo to clear the taunt from Red Guardian, ability block Emma, and then spread the ability block to Doom, or vice versa. And then all the while you've got those deflects coming off of Doc Ock, making it a little more tricky for those things to take place. And then Ghost is in there just being a pain in the butt. So it's a really good team. I'm gonna give you an A for that. I like everything you're doing here. Went with Raider on Doc Ock, or Dr. Doom. I think that's really cool, actually. I'm surprised more people aren't doing Raider on Dr. Doom, just getting that crit damage and making it happen. So, yeah, I don't... The striker assist thing is just more damage on his basic, and I like the crit damage. I think more and more. I'm kind of wishing that I had gone with Raider on my Dr. Doom. I may try and test that out and see how that works. I'd kind of like to just do some testing on that before I tell people to go Raider, but I applaud you for taking the leap there. All right, yeah, so solid A there. Moving on. Team number 8. My nose is itchy today. Okay, this is that Eternals Chavez defense. This is not one that I have seen, but it is one I have predicted. So I haven't got to test this out yet, but I think this would work really well. You've got the Eternals both being sped up. Icarus is gonna go first, and then Cersei. Anybody who survives that onslaught is going to get pinged by Black Bolt. Now, why is Black Bolt important on this team? Because if his ping kills somebody, they don't revive. So an Infinity Watch that comes in here and happens to get clipped by the Black Bolt is going to be huge. Not to mention, you've got Echo in here stopping all those assists from the Infinity Watch. So everybody that comes into this team is going to be wanting to use that Eternals Doom hybrid, the 3-piece, to come into this and try and take them out. And that's even scary too, because you know, you've got a lot of damage dealers going in here. A 7 red G15 Black Bolt, that's no joke, man. So this is a very scary defense. I really like it. I think it limits what people can do and what they can take into this team. I'm gonna give you an A+ for this because it's new, it's hot sauce kind of stuff, and I really like that you're using pieces of the YA and showing people that they don't need to unlock the entire team. I mean, obviously you did unlock the entire team, but I like that you're showing other players that they don't have to use everything that Scopely sells them. All right, team number 9. Hey, we figured out why you took Maria Hill off. You're in a defense adjacent room, aren't you? Yes, you are. I remember you telling me. Hodor is in a defense adjacent room, and that means Coulson is opening up early. Coulson was a great replacement for Maria Hill. Maria Hill is way slower than Coulson in this war defense, so he's going to ping those defense downs and proc Kestrel to do her thing. She's going to annihilate people. Sam's going to ping those defense downs. Silver Surfer's going to ping those defense downs. Like, this team's very, very scary, and it opens up super fast because Coulson is in here. I think that's actually a great pick instead of using Maria Hill on this team. You're going full hard on that offense instead of the heals with Maria Hill. You're forgetting about the sustain. You're just making them eat a big opener, right? I mean, this is kind of one of those teams that you might be like, hey, does one of the smaller rosters on the Alliance want to just go in there and eat the opener for us so that we can go in and take out this team? Even then, you know, even on round 2, Coulson's still going to go fast and do stuff. So this is scary. It's a really tough team. Let's see. Skirmisher, Raider. I love the Raider on Kestrel. I switched to Raider myself, and I don't regret it at all. Striker on her, and then we got Raider on Silver Surfer. I also want to do that. I haven't done it yet, but I would like to switch him to Raider. The value in Raider is so good, especially on defense. When you're piloting Silver Surfer, it's great to have him as a striker because you can choose who he goes back into, and you can find those vulnerables. But when you're not piloting him, Raider all the way, man. Coulson as a striker, he's going to be hitting those vulnerables because you've got 3 people putting him out there and 2 people soaking him up. So lots of vulnerables for him to go into and rewind turn meter, and that's a big deal. I think you're using this to great effect. I'm really happy about this team. Knowing what you're doing with it, I think this is fantastic. I'm going to give you an A+ for this also. That just a great job so far. Man, that teal gear on Kestrel, I'm kind of jealous. I'm so close. I'm so close to putting my teal gear on her. Okay, and finally we have an H for H, and you didn't overinvest. I mean, you put a lot into this team, but it's not too bad. Looks like we have Raider, Skirmisher, Striker, Skirmisher, Fortifier, perfect placement, perfect ISOs, everything done right. A big Shang-Chi to help annihilate people. You're doing really well. I like this. I'm going to give you an A for that also. Okay, this has been Hodor's defense. If you want your defense featured, just find me on Discord. Links in the description. While you're down there, hit that like button for me. It really helps me out. And remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.